Welcome to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. A serene courtyard opens before the camera, where modern architecture and carefully considered landscaping meet to form a peaceful, usable outdoor room. Smooth river stones form a dry stream bed underfoot, punctuated by broad stepping stones that invite a slow, deliberate walk. An elevated lounge platform creates an immediate sense of comfort, offering a transition from indoor living to an outdoor refuge. Sculpted shrubs and small trees provide vertical structure, while bursts of flowering color animate the borders and draw the eye. The scene is balanced, hardscape and softscape in quiet conversation, making it an ideal blueprint for viewers who want beauty, function, and ease. Begin by setting a clear intention for the garden. Ask what the space must do. Offer a calm retreat, host casual gatherings, be child or pet-friendly, or require minimal upkeep. Let that purpose guide decisions about scale, materials, and plant selection. In the image, the priority is flow and relaxation. The platformed seating area reads as an outdoor living room, the pebble pathway as a low-maintenance visual feature, and the planting beds as both privacy screen and decorative frame. For most homeowners, the first step is to translate purpose into zones: entry, seating, planting, and circulation. Defining zones keeps design practical and ensures each square meter earns its place. Measure and observe before designing. Walk the space at different times of day, noting sun, shade, wind, and sightlines from inside the house. Sketch a simple plan that marks doors, windows, existing trees, and utility points. Position primary activity areas where they connect best to interior rooms. This strengthens indoor-outdoor flow. Align the main focal point so it's visible from the primary indoor living space as well as the courtyard itself. A balanced composition uses one strong anchor, such as a sculpted topiary, a bold planter, or a water feature. Then supports it with secondary accents and layered planting. Choose hardscape materials with purpose. Durable, slip-resistant surfaces are essential near doors and on steps. The neutral tones of smooth stone and concrete in the image reinforce a modern aesthetic and allow foliage to stand out. Use a consistent palette for paving, edging, and steps to create cohesion. For the pebble bed, select stones with a uniform color and size to maintain visual calm and avoid an overly busy appearance. Ensure stepping stones are set solidly into the substrate. They should feel secure underfoot and be spaced for comfortable walking. Consider permeability. Use porous paving or gaps in hardscaping to encourage natural drainage and reduce runoff. Design planting strategy around form, texture, and function. Think in layers: tall trees and screening shrubs at the back to frame views and offer privacy, mid-height shrubs and perennials to provide seasonal interest, low ground covers or decorative stone in the foreground to keep sightlines clear. Select evergreen structure plants to maintain form through winter, and add deciduous or flowering species for seasonal drama. Choose foliage contrasts, broad, glossy leaves against fine, feathery textures to deliver visual interest even when flowers are absent. Place fragrant plants near seating and doorways to reward movement through the space. Work with local climate and maintenance realities. Pick plants adapted to local conditions to minimize water use and disease issues. Group plants by irrigation needs, so a single watering schedule serves each zone efficiently. Install a drip irrigation system or soaker hoses with a programmable timer to simplify care. This is especially valuable for busy viewers. Use mulch or decorative pebbles to suppress weeds and stabilize soil temperature and moisture. Design with long-term growth in mind. Leave enough room for mature size and plan for pruning access so maintenance doesn't become a chore. Lighting extends usability and enhances mood. Integrate subtle, layered lighting that serves both safety and ambience. Low-level path lights guide movement along stepping stones and pebble beds. Uplighting on small trees and sculptural plants create dramatic night silhouettes. Soft, warm fixtures near the seating area provide comfortable evening use without overpowering the stars. Use LED fixtures for energy efficiency and low heat output. Conceal wiring where possible and employ low-voltage systems for safety and ease. Introduce water and sound thoughtfully. A small fountain, bubblers, or a reflecting basin can add a gentle auditory backdrop, masking urban noise and creating intimacy. Position water features so they are visible and audible from seating areas, but not so large as to dominate the space. When space is tight, a vertical water element or rain chain can deliver movement and sound without sacrificing floor area. Offer a practical plant palette concept tied to the imagery. Start with compact, evergreen anchors for structure, small-leaved boxwood or dwarf Japanese holly placed near entries and corners. Add small trees or multi-stemmed specimens that remain proportionate to the courtyard, such as ornamental olives, Japanese maples, or columnar varieties suited to the local climate. Incorporate flowering perennials and shrubs for color. Choose species that bloom at staggered times to maintain seasonal interest. Layer in architectural tropical foliage or broad-leaved plants for contrast, if the climate allows. Otherwise, substitute similarly shaped hardy natives. Finish with low ground covers, creeping thyme, or decorative pebbles that echo the hardscape and minimize weeding. Phase the project to manage time, budget, and complexity. Begin with hardscape and drainage. Lay the patio, define pathways, and set major edges so the space functions. Plant structural trees and large shrubs next to allow root development and to start shaping the garden's proportions. Finish with decorative plantings, containers, and furniture to personalize the space. Staging the build makes it easier to adjust after living in the space for a season and spreads costs over time. Address common issues with clear solutions. If water pools near foundations, increase slope away from the house or install a French drain. If plants decline, troubleshoot light and soil first. Relocation often solves persistent problems. If the space feels too formal, soften edges with trailing plants, grasses, or a mix of rounded pots. For noise concerns, layer evergreen shrubs and vertical elements to create a living sound barrier. When pests appear, opt for integrated pest management. Encourage beneficial insects, use targeted organic controls, and choose resistant varieties. Encourage creative personalization. Suggest using containers to test color and placement before committing to permanent plantings. Recommend seasonal plants, spring bulbs, summer annuals, autumn accents, and winter structural elements to keep the courtyard dynamic year-round. Encourage for sensory layers. Tactile foliage near touch points, fragrant plants by seating, and edible herbs in a sunny pocket. Encourage viewers to add simple rituals, morning coffee on the platform, an evening lantern, to cultivate a relationship with the space. Share maintenance routines that keep the space looking its best without overwhelming effort. Set a short weekly checklist, inspect irrigation, sweep paths, deadhead and remove spent annuals, and check for pests or disease. Schedule light seasonal tasks, pruning in late winter or early spring, refreshing mulch annually, and fertilizing according to plant needs. Emphasize that consistency in small tasks delivers better long-term results than occasional intensive work. Thank the audience for joining Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Invite viewers to subscribe for more practical tutorials, seasonal planting guides, and design walkthroughs that help turn any outdoor area into a calm, inviting oasis. Encourage comments and questions about individual projects, and suggest viewers share photos for personalized tips in future videos.